Hi everybody, Rick Gilmore here, the good company to be in if you want to lead naturally and be who you are. Now if I told you champions like to be challenged, that's true. But guess what? In today's video I also want to talk to you about why challenges make champions is also true. So before we do that, let's just have a quick look at what we've covered so far in this video series on creating a winning culture, because we've covered a lot. Now in the first video you might remember we looked at why culture eats strategy for breakfast. And then in the second video we went a lot deeper into the nuts and bolts of how to create a culture of respect forged on the two foundation pillars of inspiration and challenge. And then most recently we dived deeper still into why creating a culture of inspiration is so important. Yet is inspiration alone enough? In other words, can you be paralysed by too much purpose, or too dreamy about your dreams, or too giddy and ungrounded about your inspired goals? I know I said before that inspiration is a powerful force for action, and that is absolutely true. But it also pays to remember that an inspired idiot is still an idiot, or an inspired fool is still a fool. And no brag, just fact. You might have noticed that high-performing cultures don't tend to suffer fools gladly. And that's because not only are they strong cultures of inspiration and genuine cultures of inspiration, but they are also strong cultures of challenge. Now lately when I hear the challenge word, it takes me back to a time just recently when I was preparing for a workshop that I was doing at a hotel in the CBD in Sydney. And I just completed putting up a flip chart on the wall, and I'd written on the flip chart, champions like to be challenged. And I was feeling pretty chuffed to that. And then lo and behold, one of the hotel staff who was helping me set up the room, his name was Brett, he bowled me over there with a big bold insight when he said, yes, it may well be true that champions like to be challenged, but what's more important is that challenges make champions. So whether you like champions like to be challenged, or you like challenges make champions, or you like the double bonus combination of the two, whatever way you prefer to slice it, you can't ignore the challenge message. And in fact, if you really look at it, isn't evolution always pressing us on to grow to new levels and play a bigger game? It's designed into the system, isn't it? And in fact, if you really look at it, do you ever really have the luxury of standing still? Now, I know that might work for a while in the short time, but standing still and staying the same or playing a smaller game isn't really a long-term option, because the survival of the herd, the tribe, and the business is always at stake, isn't it? Or as the legendary General Electric CEO Jack Welch once said, when the rate of change on the outside exceeds the rate of change on the inside, the end is near. Now I'd like to add to that, because you see that's why tribal cultures and spiritual cultures and elite sporting cultures and top business cultures all grasp that either you embrace challenge and grow, or resist it and get left behind. And that's also why not settling for mediocrity and participating in rites of passage and adopting a reinvention mindset are all critical elements in their cultural frameworks. And that's something I'll go into a lot more in my next few videos. So for now, my simple advice is, take the time to get curious about challenge, and take the time to look it in the eye. And the wonder of it all is, you just might find out that it becomes really, really interesting and way, way less intimidating than you might expect. So for bonus points, I'd like to challenge you right now to leave a comment. That would be a big treat for us all. So maybe have a think about, what's one big challenge you're facing right now? Or if you prefer on a smaller scale, what's something you could challenge yourself to do to move along a task or a project you know you've been avoiding? Or maybe, what's your experience already of looking challenge in the eye? So, did you like this video? If so, please leave a comment, or be good company and post it on to some of your friends or your colleagues or your mates. And if you're watching this on anything other than goodcompanycoaching.com.au, then head over there and leave a comment. I'll be in there interacting with everyone. And until we meet again, be who you're meant to become. And I look forward to seeing you again real soon.